begin to wonder what's the cause. And many people, some people, not everyone actually, have mentioned the fact that one of the issues that arise is allowing people stay with you too soon in your marriage. When you just newly got wedded and family members are coming, brother, sister, uncle are coming to live with you for 3 months, 6 months, and you just got married. You don't have time to get to know each other before bringing in more responsibilities. So many people have said these can be one of the reasons why the rate of divorce is growing higher, or people do not get to know each other first before bringing in other people into their space. And I want to hear from you this afternoon. What do you think about that? Do you think it is true? Or how long do you think newly wedded couples should stay for before allowing family members or friends to come live with them, not visiting, living with them in their matrimonial home? The number to call me this afternoon to share your thoughts with me is 07000 917 917 07000 917 917. Would you allow your family members to come live with you as a newly wedded couple? You just got married last month or last week, and your younger brother is saying, brother, I want to come and live with you in your house. I want to come and stay with you and your wife for the next 2 years. Is that something you would allow? Knowing fully well that you just got married, you and your wife, you've not spent time together enough and all of that. Do you think you would allow your family members come stay with you in your home, in your matrimonial home, just few weeks after getting married? What are the effects of this on marriages currently in our society, and how is this causing issues in our society altogether? The number to call me on is 07000 917 917 07000 917 917. You can also call 09155 917 917 09155 917 917 to share your thoughts with me this afternoon. Some people would definitely allow it. I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Some people would definitely allow it, while some would not, and it's due to different reasons at all. As to why some people would not allow their family members or friends to come live with them as a newly wedded couple. Number one, I feel like it's because one, you're just married. You just got married and you're just trying to get to know each other. You're just going to trying to understand each other. So somehow the fact that someone else is in your space with you sort of like creates some slows down emotional bonding in a way. That's my personal thoughts. I still want to hear from you. How soon do you think family members can come stay with newly wedded couples? Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Oh, hello, good afternoon. Oh, I can't seem to hear anything from that side. The number is still 07000 917 917. All right, so 07000 917 917. I still want to hear from you. How soon do you think newly wedded couples should allow family members or friends come to stay with them in their matrimonial home? So, like I was saying before, for some people, I think it kind of slows down emotional bonding. I'm just married, guys. I want to be with my husband. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon. You're welcome. Thank you so much for calling. Yes. Yeah. Mm. Say exactly. Mm. Wow. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. That's really true. Mm. Of course. Thank you so much, Paul. That was really brilliant. Thank you so much for calling. All right, that was Paul, and he just shared his thoughts with us on the question this afternoon. How far or how soon do you think newly wedded couples can bring in family members to stay with them? And Paul answered that question really, really well. Really, really intelligent answer, I must say. You know, one of the things Paul mentioned was number one, it is not advisable. Whether you're a newly wedded couple, whether you're not a newly wedded couple, sometimes it is not advisable. And the points he mentioned as to the fact that when people come, they might not leave the time they said they would go. So if someone tells you, I just want to be here for a few months, how many months is that few months? How many weeks is that few weeks? You cannot come and then stay indefinite, because when someone comes around, it's harder to tell them to leave than to tell them to come. It's really harder to tell them to leave, and that's something that causes some issues. And I also like what Paul mentioned about financial capacity. It's not about the emotional capacity alone. Can you afford it? Financially, can you afford it? You and your husband, you eat maybe twice in a day, morning and night, and then you're bringing someone else to stay with you. That's an extra mouth. Now considering feeding an adult, you're not even feeding a child, an adult, that's an extra mouth. Can you afford this financially as a couple, as a newly wedded couple, as a older couple with your own children? Can you afford it? Is this something you can afford? Do you understand? So I think that's very, very valid. But that's those are very valid points that Paul made on the show this afternoon. I'll still love to hear from you. I want to know your thoughts on on the question today. How soon or how early do you think newly wedded couples can allow family members come stay with them? Is this something? Is this an idea you buy into as a person? Can you allow your family members come to stay with you in your husband's house or with your wife in your house? Of course, it's not because you don't want to help your family members. It's just it just turns out to be not good at the end of the day, especially when the time frame is not defined. The time frame for staying is for staying is not defined. So they tell you they want to stay for 1 week and they keep staying till God knows when. It's not defined, and that's not healthy for both families. So if it's the persons from the husband side, the wife will begin to grumble and be like, "Oh, when is she leaving? When are they going?" And the husband too would then be like, "Oh, you don't want my family member to stay with us. You're chasing my family members away." And then the family members are like, "Oh, that's his wife. She's not accommodating. She's not this. She's not that." It's just a lot of drama, to be honest. But not because we would not allow our family members stay with us. But I think there are certain times that it just needs to be you and your husband alone. I mean, I still want to hear from you. I want to hear what your thoughts are on that. But this is my personal belief. I think there should be times and seasons in your marriage where it should just be you and your husband alone. No external factor, no external person, just you and your husband. Because marriage is a lot sometimes. And sometimes we need our privacy, we need our space, we need our time. The number to call me on this afternoon to share your thoughts with me on the big question is 07000 917 917 07000 917 917. You can also call 09155 917 917 09155 917 917 to share your thoughts with me this afternoon. Another reason why I think that newly wedded couples should not allow family members to come stay too early in your marriage. Number one, because you need time to get to know each other. And I think the second reason for me, apart from the points that Paul mentioned, the financial capacity, for me, it's also boundary issues. Family members sometimes tend to want to be involved in your life, even as a married woman or as a married man. So, especially mother in laws or father in laws, you see things like, oh, my son does not eat this type of food, or maybe the wife is a Gen Z and she's just making, I mean, Gen Zs make really good meals, by the way, but maybe she's just making, my husband, let's eat noodles today. You cannot eat noodles when your mother in law is around, Abby. You can't. Sure, you can't give your mother, you can't give your mother a noodles, right? And then she's like, "Oh, my son, when he was with me, he was eating well. I feed my son well. I don't feed my son things like this." It sort of like creates some tension. So many times there are some emotional boundaries or some emotional issues that are crossed in a family when you allow family members to come too early. And honestly, sometimes it's not even intentional. It's not intentional sometimes. This thing just happen. They just happen. You're managing your finances on a particular issue, and then your family member comes to stay with you. Now you need to give them transports to go to where they're going. Now you need to pay for certain things. Now you need to do this. Now you need to do that. It's just a lot. But I think at the end of the day, if you want to allow anybody come stay with you, whether you're newly wedded, whether you're not newly wedded, it's best that you count your cost. Because your family members doesn't mean your door is always open. And that doesn't mean you don't love them, or you love them, but sometimes in life, we need to be on our own for a certain moment. And that doesn't mean you will not call or check up, but sometimes you just need to be by yourself and your family, your nuclear family alone. You can call, you can check up, but sometimes just be with yourself for financial reasons, for emotional reasons, for physical boundaries. There's need for you to be alone with your spouse, especially if you're newly wedded. If you don't feel comfortable about it, it's better you just let them stay. If you feel comfortable and you think you can afford it at the moment, let them come. But carry your partner along. Some people just go to bring in family members without involving their partners. And then suddenly you just come home one day and you see your husband's brother and he's like, babe, my brother will now be staying with us. So, and they're already vibing and chilling. And you're just like, you didn't tell me. See, even to the even to the point of a family member is coming to visit, maybe not even family member, somebody is coming to visit. You did not tell your wife that, oh, this person is coming to visit. And then it has happened to me a lot of times, right? You didn't tell me somebody's coming to visit, and then somebody comes around and you're saying, "Oh, is there food at home?" You're asking the person, "Ah, what will you eat? We eat rice, we eat amala, we eat." And you're like, "Okay, go and get." And I'm like, "What's this conversation? When did we talk about somebody is coming and let's make food?" You did not tell me, and then we now had to start. Everybody will start running etasketa, trying to go to the back door to get drinks for the visitor, to get water for the visitor, to get food ready for the visitor. It's just a lot of things. It's a lot. So if you want somebody to come greet you, if you are having a visitor at any time, it's just good to let your wife know on time. Okay, oh, this is so person is coming to stay with us for a while. Are you comfortable with it? Because it's not just your house, my brother. It's not just your house, my sister. It is the house for the both of you. The both of you own it together. It's your matrimonial home. Regardless of who is paying the rent, it is your home together. So I think it's important that you carry your partner along Whether or not the person is coming to visit for a few hours, whether or not they're staying for too long, it's just good that you inform your partner. You have that, you make that decision together. It's not a personal decision, it's something that you talk about together. So at the end of the day, I feel like it's very, very important to carry your partner along. If the both of you agree on it, I think it's going to be way, way easier. You both agree on the timing, you both agree on the structure, you both agree on how long they're staying for, you both agree on whether or not it's good for you. I think it makes it easier. It just makes it easier. I'll still love to hear from you. Let's take one more call this afternoon. Let's hear from you. How soon do you think couples, newly wedded couples, can allow family members come to stay with them in their matrimonial home? If you just got married today, if you're just getting married and it's just you and your husband, how soon do you think you want to allow family members come to stay with you? How early in your marriage do you think you want to allow family members to come stay with you? Or not just even family members, friends, people around you, friends going through a crisis, going through something, and they're saying, oh, please, we'd like to stay with you for a while. How soon do you think you can allow them come to stay with you as a newly wedded couple? They come around the first week of your marriage? Can they come around? I've heard some people say they are not going to allow it at least for 1 year into their marriage. They would not allow anybody come stay with them 1 year into their marriage. And honestly, do what works for you. Whether or not you want people to come around, you have your reasons. You have your experiences and the reasons why you've made that choice. And everybody's opinion is valid. It's your house. At the end of the day, nobody will tell you how to run it. And many times, people who come to stay with us do not give financial help sometimes. So if you think you cannot afford it, please stay back. If you think you can, then you can allow it. At the same time, it's not always about whether I can allow it or not. The timing, is the timing right? It's a timing right. I want to be with my husband as a newly wedded couple. I don't want to say anybody. I just want to be seeing my husband. But at the same time, is the timing right? Do you have structures in place to accommodate an extra person? Do you have enough rooms in your house? You can't be living in a one room apartment and say, as a newly wedded couple, you want to bring in someone to stay with you. Please, how? How is that even going to work? How is it going to work? Right. So check it. Is the timing right? Do you have the resources? Like Paul mentioned, do you have the resources to bring in someone else into your space? Is there structure? Is there structure in place to accommodate an extra person? If it happens too early in your marriage, without having any clear boundaries on when is this person going, how long is this person staying for, what's the feeding plan, what's this, what's that, it can strain your marriage, especially if you just got married. It can strain your marriage. But if it's planned intentionally, it brings about mutual agreement, respect, and defined limits at the end of the day. Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon on the big question. That was today's question, and I hope you learned one or two things from the conversation. A big thank you to Paul for calling today to share his thoughts with us on the big question. Join me on Friday by 12:05 p.m. once again to have another question for today. Till then, my name is Finfolua.